Okay. So here's the funny story. It's Thursday night, okay? It's like 12, all right, at night. Well, technically in the morning on a Friday, right? I'm trying to sleep because I was exhausted the day before. I'm trying to sleep. I don't get any sleep until 1 o'clock, right? So now it's 1 a.m. in the morning on Friday, and I'm trying to get as much sleep as I can, okay? 2 o'clock, I wake up to my dog whining, okay? I don't know why he's whining, but his cage is like right over there next to this window. So I think, okay, he just saw something outside of the window, nothing much, right? So I try to go back to sleep. It's 2:30 now. I hear him whining again. I said, Bullet. I turn on the lights. I said, Bullet, what's wrong? Why are you whining? I look around. There's nothing wrong. I look out the window. There's nothing there. So I'm like, all right, you know what? I'm going to take him out of his cage. He can come up on my bed. I'll see what's wrong. Take him out of the cage. He comes up on my bed. It's like 2:40 now. And he's just laying there. I'm like, what's wrong? You're not whining now. Were you just like separation anxiety? What's going on? I give him some pets. It's 2:50. I put him back in the cage because you know what? When he sleeps out of the cage, he howls, he gnaws on my blanket. I don't like that. I put him back in the cage. It's now 3 o'clock and he is like, he's almost screaming at me. It's bad. So I turned the lights again. I said, Bullet, what the heck is going on? Why are you screaming at me? And I feel so dumb for not just like taking him outside. You'll understand why in a minute. But I should have just taken him outside. Yeah. So it's now 3:15. I go back to sleep and I hear the worst sound in the world. I'm scared to recreate it, but pretend like you're mixing pasta while still pouring water into the pasta. It was bad. Kind of like that, yeah.
What was there really? Are you triggered? Are you okay? Do you need time?
So it is now 3:15 in the morning. I've slept for probably half an hour to an hour, and I hear this. And my immediate reaction, I jumped up, turned on the lights, and I ran to him. He is in like fetal position, like pooping his heart out onto his favorite blanket.
Aww.
And I'm like, oh my God, brother, no! And I waited for him to be done because if I let him out of the cage, he would have gotten it all over the house.
Yeah.
So he finished, right? And I was like, I have to take you outside right now. So I open up the cage and he runs out. And while I'm following him, he runs into, so there's this hallway, and then this is our media, all right? And then the hallway cuts out this way. Here's the back door, here's the front door, okay? So he runs out this hallway.
Okay.
Oh no.
As he's running out of the hallway, because he slips everywhere because it's all wood, he runs into the media where the carpet is, and he poops all over the carpet. It's like streaking everywhere. I'm like, no, Bullet, please stop. So I run to the back door. I open up the door. He runs out. He's outside for 2 hours while I'm cleaning the crap out of this house because my parents are still sleeping.
Pun intended?
Yeah, pun intended.
Nice,
my
nice.
parents are still sleeping. My brother's sleeping. And I'm just frantically scooping up all this poop everywhere. And it's just, and then I had to get out this carpet steamer, and it was a really bad way to start my Friday. And so I was kind of monitoring Bullet for the rest of the day. He was fine. He's still fine. I'm not fine, but we're here now. And I thought I needed to share that because it's been a long week and it's still not left my mind.
Yeah, it's important to know. It's an important story.
My condolences, truly.
Thank you.
Seriously, that really sucks.
It did. It really did.
Why didn't you just wake up your parents?
Why didn't you just let out your... No, my question is, why didn't you just let out your dog?
Because I'm new to this. So I didn't know that whining meant, please let me outside. Dear God, please.
I'm conditioned. My dog's had me trained.
Mm-hmm.
My dog barks to the door, even if it's like 4 a.m., I'll get up and let her out. My parents will disagree with me on this because they don't know, because they only experience when it's like 6 a.m. and she barks, and then they have to let her out because I don't wake up. But a lot of the times I let my dog out because she has conditioned me to do so.
Yeah.
My dog just goes outside so he can run in a circle in front of the door, bark, and then runs around the yard, and then demands we let him inside immediately just so he can go back outside 5 seconds later.
Yeah, that's what my dogs do. They're so indecisive. They go outside. We need to get a doggy door. They go outside and then they're like Oh, where'd you go? Where'd you go? And then they like make sure that we're back inside, and then they go right back out.
And then they forget.
Mm-hmm. And then same process over and over again. We need a doggy dorm. It's important.
Yeah.
All right, well, welcome to What's Poppin', Season 3, Episode 11. I hope you enjoyed these stories. And I hope you took something away from that story. Let your dogs out when they whine. Let your dogs out when they whine.
Please.
What about you? That's probably what they want.
Yeah.
That should be your go-to every time.
Every time. So we're going to talk about a lot of fun stuff today. Suicide Squad trailer, Falcon and the Winter Soldier, Episode 1. And then let's see what else. And some very fun news with Bindi Irwin. But we do have to start off the podcast like we always do. There have been 2 major deaths in Hollywood and just among everyone. George Segal? George Segal?
I think it's Segal.
Segal passes away due to complications from a bypass surgery. He was 87 years old. And then Jessica Walter passes away in her sleep at her NYC home. She was 80. Both were heavily awarded actors and actresses. I don't know, Jessica Walters was on Archer. That wasn't her most notable thing, but Arrested Development. Yeah, I watched both of those shows. It's really sad to see. I mean, great people, great actors and actresses, you know.
And George Segal, if that name sounds familiar, he played the grandpa on The Goldbergs.
Mm-hmm. I think actually Segal and Jessica Walter acted together. I think I might be wrong about that, but I'm pretty sure they were on a show together. So
that'd be interesting.
Yeah.
Well, it wouldn't not be surprising because they're both around the same age.
Mm-hmm. So our condolences. And let's move on to some fun stuff. Falcon and the Winter Soldier. First episode. What do you guys think?
I think it's good.
So about the show in total, what are you expecting from the first episode? Like, what is it showing? I didn't
expect the Falcon storyline so far. Like, I understand what the Winter Soldier's like whole thing is right now. Like, he's going down his list of people trying to make amends. Mm-hmm. And he's stuck on this one guy. He just can't bring himself to do it. I understand that, but I don't really understand what the Falcon's doing. I just trying to keep his family business afloat.
Yeah, and then he's like dealing with like racism and stuff, which I'm glad they're bringing into the MCU because it's been a little unrealistic until this point. Yeah,
that's another thing. I don't know if it's the first time. It might be, but this is the first time we have a show around a not only side character, but African American side character.
Oh, really?
I think that's pretty cool. It might be the first. I doubt it because, well, I don't know. But I think that was pretty cool. Yeah. I think it's coming at a pretty good time. I like it a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And they're both, the Falcon to me has always seemed like kind of a sidekick or like a sideshow. The Winter Soldier, kind of the same, but that's just because I haven't seen a lot of stuff about him, like movies or shows about him. So I think this is a really good show. I think it's going to be really good. And I do like the mix of the characters.
I just want to see how they bring the main storyline of bringing Zemo in. I know he's definitely connected to the people who are, I don't even remember where they were, but where Torres was when he filmed that whole thing.
Also, getting into theory territory, in the comics, Torres is the guy who takes up the mantle of the Falcon when the Falcon becomes Captain America.
And I did see some leaked Falcon as the Captain America, like action figures.
Nice.
So
very cool.
I guess he really is gonna suit up.
Yeah.
I didn't know if that was really gonna happen because based on the first episode, he already donated the shield to the Smithsonian, correct?
I think so.
I don't. But still, at the end of the episode,
it didn't go there. It went to
it
went to Captain. What's his name?
Should
Captain
be General
Justice.
America.
I think it's like Captain Justice or something like that.
Yeah.
Something stupid. He looks dumb. He looks so dumb.
Second episode, he looks. I don't like it.
His ears just looks so big.
Looks so punchable. His face. I don't know. I know I couldn't, but it just looks really punchable.
I'm sure the actor's a great guy, but man, they picked the best guy for that role because he looks so frustrating.
Yeah, he really does. When they unveiled him at the end of the first episode, I was ready to just click off. I was about to just stop watching. Like I was kind of mad, but
like
I knew
I had to.
If
the episode continued beyond that, you'd been like, all right, I'm out.
Yeah. Okay, that's enough for me.
That's enough. Yeah. Oh man.
I'll be honest. Yeah, I'm feeling a little. I think it's just because I'm comparing it to WandaVision. I just feel a little let down.
I don't know. I feel like this episode started a lot better than WandaVision did. I'll say it.
It might have started better, but I feel like overall the dialogue is a little bit more plain. There's not as much, I guess, lore for me personally behind it.
Oh yeah, I guess that's true. There's a little less to theorize about, which I'm very happy about.
No, but the director said that they think there are going to be more theories because of this show.
There's not yet. Although I did see something about people think that Sam is being set up by the government because I don't know if y'all remember this. I sure didn't. Apparently, the guy who he was fighting against in the first part of the episode where he was on the mission to rescue random army general was the same guy who helped SHIELD, specifically Nick Fury, trick Captain America going on like a fake quest or whatever during Falcon or during Captain America the Winter Soldier. So people are saying that the government is using this guy again to kind of like trick Sam. Because I mean,
don't remember that. I'll be honest.
The mission he was going on was not a mission he should have been going on. You know, it's like there was no context
him for this?
At all. Yeah, it's like literally, it's like he's similar on this, like he's on a similar level to like Iron Man, and you're making him rescue random U.S. soldier.
I know he's part of the Air Force right now, right?
Mm-hmm.
Also, there was a scene. I think it was very poorly directed. The scene where it was the opening for the Winter Soldier's like whole storyline. It was that guy putting in trash in the man the Winter Soldier's friends with. He was like doing that whole thing, you know?
Yeah.
I understand it was a callback to like Bucky coming to rescue Steve in the first movie in that alleyway. I just thought it was so poorly directed. Like it was so awkward and acting. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I kept cracking up the whole episode because of the camera angle they kept using was like this. Here, I'll try to do it.
Oh my goodness. Yeah. It was like this.
Oh yeah, for like Bucky's therapist.
Yeah, he's like, my name's Bucky Barnes, and I am trying to make amends.
I did think that was a fun scene though. Yeah. Like with that lady.
Going through, it was funny because it's like the only rule he followed was the most important one apparently.
Did he?
Just readjusting your camera.
He's not gonna find the perfect angle anymore.
Yeah, the one where he says, my name is James Bucky Barnes. I'm no longer the Winter Soldier, and I'm here to make amends. That's the only rule he's supposed to, or that's like the most important one. It's the only one he followed.
Mm-hmm.
That was funny. I like that.
It's a good scene. His storyline is very sad.
Yeah, it is sad. And then when because I
poor
didn't
girl,
know.
He left on a date.
Yeah, I feel bad for her.
Bad for her, yeah. Also, in Marvel news.
Yeah.
Let me see. Black Widow.
We've got a date.
Finally.
We've got a date.
Not only a date, I think it's pretty much confirmed that it's also coming to Disney Plus Premier Access. So what they did with Mulan, what they did with Raya and the Last Dragon, they're now doing with
what they're not doing with any of the Pixar movies for some reason.
I don't know.
All of the Pixar movies are just going straight out. Like there's no Premier Access, which is weird.
Like Soul didn't have a Premier Access.
No, it didn't.
Yeah.
And the new one that's gonna come out is not going to have one either.
Which one?
Dude, I don't know what it's called. The one about the boys and the mermaids, and it's an allegory for homosexuality.
What?
I have no clue what you're talking about.
I've never.
It's about these boys, and they are secretly mermaids, but everyone in their town hates mermaids, and so it's like very clear that it's like,
as you do.
It's like an allegory for like homosexuality.
Yeah.
Let's see how that works out. But before we see how that works out, we need to see how Black Widow works out. It's coming to
What day are we going to see how that works out?
July 9th. Put it on your calendar. July 9th.
Finally.
We have a date.
It's been 2 years since Marvel's released a movie.
Do you think it's going to be confusing now that we have seen everything else? Like, do you think it's going to be like, wait, but I know what happens. I know what happens. You know?
Cluing everyone in on some other thing. Hopefully. I don't know what it could possibly be, though.
Not even mutants wouldn't make any sense.
It's just too far behind at this point.
It's gotta be mutants. It's gotta be mutants. I mean, think about it.
How?
The way it was supposed to release, the original release date, Black Widow was supposed to come first, and so the
first
Evan
compared
Peters
to what?
Joke, first out of the things that we have seen. Because of COVID, the schedule got all shifted around.
Like, you're talking specifically WandaVision right now?
Yeah. Like, WandaVision was supposed to come after Black Widow. So if Black Widow had come first, introduced mutants, or that mutants exist, then the joke about Evan Peters being recast would have landed and not caused a bunch of theories and made everyone mad. And I think that's what they were banking on, and then it was, too late. Because it was really just a cameo. It wasn't like, that wasn't supposed to be, they're introducing mutants,
Yeah.
No, I think Black Widow is going to introduce some mutants somehow, in some way. But I also think it's very possible that Eternals will instead. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. I'm very excited that we finally have a release date for this movie. I'm excited. I love David Harbour. I love Florence Pugh. I like Scarlett Johansson.
Who's the fourth one? You know her.
It's the fourth one?
Yes, the mom.
Sabrina Carpenter. I don't know.
Rachel Weisz.
Rachel Weisz. Who's that?
I've heard that name. I don't know either. I've heard that name.
She's just gonna be like the fourth one.
No, but who is that?
She's black hair. I can't
got it.
Wow.
Got it. She has black hair.
Yeah,
okay.
I know who that is.
The actress with black hair.
Are you gonna antagonize me?
Yes.
Thanks.
For those of you who watched the last video version, you might have seen a green screen poking through Krista's head. I think that's her third eye. And I think that's why she's
so funny.
Krista McNair.
I have a pimple right now, like right there.
Me too. I have one right here.
Dang.
So like my third eye is really open.
My third eye is slightly above.
She's the girl from The Mummy.
No. I'll figure it out.
Anyways, while we figure who Rachel Weisz is,
I'll look it up.
Come on, guys.
Suicide Squad trailer. John sent it to me today. I watched it.
I saw something for it, but I never
It's
actually
such
watched
a
it.
stacked cast. I was expecting it and I wasn't.
I knew
at the same
that.
time.
John
Pete Davidson.
Oh yeah, Pete Davidson. And then also
Is he in it?
Idris Elba, I think.
Idris.
I think so. Let me see if I'm saying the right name. I'm not good with names. But as you see Idris Elba. He was in it. In the trailer.
John Cena.
John Cena was playing.
Who else was there? I want to say, I could be completely wrong, but I want to say Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson was there too.
No.
I don't think he was. No. I think I'm getting confused with somebody.
I think
there's a bunch
gonna
of other
be Black
people.
Adam.
Right.
Yeah, in Shazam. Shazam.
That's something to look forward to.
It's gonna be a while for that.
Shazam 2. Now we know that none of us have the secret Shazam powers because none of us just turned into Zachary Levi.
Good one.
Thanks. That should keep me on my toes. Does it look good though? I haven't seen it yet. Is it funny?
It looks well, it's kind of disappointing to me, but also kind of nice to see. It looks more of like a comedy, which is
good.
What Suicide Squad kind of is.
I have a question.
What's your question?
Is it better than the original trailer?
I don't really remember.
The first Suicide Squad.
I don't know. I don't
know if you remember this, but the first Suicide Squad trailer was really, really good. It made the movie look really good.
This one,
the movie came out, and then everyone liked the trailer, and so Warner Brothers started meddling with the movie and changed it to be like the trailer. Mm-hmm.
Really?
Everyone liked the trailer, and so they recut the movie so it would be more like the trailer. And so that's why, with the whole like Snyder Cut thing, and that finally released, everyone wants the Ayer cut to be released for Suicide Squad now, because that was the original cut of the movie that was a lot better. But this is a reboot, I think. It's not Suicide Squad 2.
Oh, they're ignoring it.
I think
they're going to ignore the first one. That's
getting
good.
rid of the first one, and I think I'm pretty sure I think.
Is it a different villain?
Let me search it. Let me look what John said.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's just. I don't think it's Suicide Squad 2 though. I think it's just Suicide Squad.
Oh, it just says the Suicide Squad official trailer.
Yeah, I think they're just redoing it.
They could, and it looks really fun.
Like different, like a new plot. I think.
That's what they needed.
What's his name? James Gunn wrote it. The guy who directed the Galaxy, and he directed that too. So I think it'll be good.
Oh, I mean, okay. It looks like it's gonna be a funny action movie. So however good that can be.
But also, there's a lot of people in this, so I don't know if we're gonna get a one distinct.
Yeah, it's stacked.
Obvious storyline.
Like,
yeah,
I think it's gonna turn into more of a watered down Deadpool type movie.
I hope not. I hope it's not good. I hope it's like Guardians of the Galaxy. I think that's what I'm hoping for. Well, look, we'll see.
The trailer has only shown like 3 minutes of the entire movie, right? So
is your mic on?
Is it not?
I think it might be. Just talk really close to your mic.
Yeah, it is.
See what happens.
Okay, okay.
I think.
Oh, it is.
It was kind of fuzzy in the beginning.
It is. Is it not on? It's on?
It's on.
It is, Ethan. It's on. It's on.
Hey guys, is my mic on? Is it on?
This just feels like weird ASMR.
It's like a little bit too loud to be.
Is my mic on? Hey, is my mic on?
And he's just like, the entire time he's like, is this actually working? Am I doing the ASMR?
Oh man. Yeah.
Really self-conscious ASMR guy.
Hey guys, am I doing it right?
Does this work for you guys?
Hey, is this like satisfying?
Do you guys feel like the tingles?
Do you feel satisfied? Is this? Hey, why don't you leave a rating down below and like the video if you can hear me? I don't know if I set up the mic correctly. I don't know if it works. So
if you hear me clap twice. So I feel like it's the same concerns with like the whole Spider-Man thing with all the theories of these people returning. I feel like this is the reality of those concerns because we know who's in this movie. We've seen the trailer, we've seen all that, and there's a lot of people in it. So like how are they
going to work everyone into this?
Yeah. Is the Enchantress in it this time?
I don't think so.
RIP.
I think it's a new plot. I think they're just ignoring the original one, but I do want them to release the Ayer cut because I don't know, because maybe
just to see.
I want to know what it was like. That's like the whole thing now after the Snyder cut released. Everyone wants the Ayer cut out. Yeah. I had a dream that the Ayer cut got released.
Wow.
I was talking about this in class today.
So this is something you're really like passionate about. You're
not really
about it.
No, not really at all. But in my dream,
he cares.
In my dream, it got released, and I was like, oh, cool.
Sick.
It was just like tacked on to the end of the Snyder cut. Like if you watch the Snyder cut and like put in like a secret code, like there was a secret
what the heck
movie that was just the Ayer cut. I haven't seen the Snyder cut yet. I hope it's good.
I've had a friend who's seen it, and they said it was good.
It's long. That's why I haven't watched it yet.
I haven't seen a single Suicide Squad movie.
Well, there's only one. So.
Yeah.
There's only
not
one.
Hard. I saw it in theaters.
Oscar-winning Suicide Squad.
Yeah, I know. It was such a letdown. Afterwards, I was like, I rarely come to the movie theaters. I'm so happy I spent my money and came
really
in close proximity with these people.
That we have to say Oscar-winning about Suicide Squad.
Wait, just for its soundtrack, right?
Yes, I think so.
Okay.
But it's still won an Oscar.
No, for the makeup.
Yeah, it was hair and makeup.
Yeah.
Okay, but it still won.
I understand that. Because they didn't use any CGI on the crocodile character or alligator. I'm sorry, I forget his name. I don't want to.
I think it's
the Croc. Is it the Croc?
Killer Croc.
Crockpot.
Crockpot. It's definitely Crockpot. Yeah.
It's Crockpot. Moving swiftly on from Crockpot. Evan Peters, love him.
He's great.
So he's gonna be what?
Jeffrey Dahmer in a new Netflix movie? Yeah, new Netflix series.
Again. This is wasn't the other Jeffrey Dahmer thing Netflix?
No.
Oh, sorry about that.
It was.
I
released.
think Evan Peters, he has a spectrum for me. I think he's either a really wholesome brother uncle character like we saw in WandaVision, or he's a serial killer.
Yeah,
creepy. You know, like he does the what's it called?
He's cleansing
the Kubrick stare. I don't know. It's the one where like you looked at. Yeah. Yeah, that. He's that kind of.
He's on what's that show?
American Horror Story?
American Horror Story. He's been on it since the very beginning. And he's been some creepy characters, man.
Tate.
He also kind of Tate was creepy. I've never seen the show. I just
Me either. Yeah.
He also kind of looks like Dahmer. I think he'll do it well. Yes.
How do you think it's going to compare to Ross Lynch's interpretation?
Better.
He got a lot of praise for it, though.
I've seen the movie. Have you seen it?
No.
It's good. It's all right. It's called My Pal Dahmer. It's very it's very all right. But I think so. Ross Lynch plays him as he's kind of before he's killed anyone. It's when he's young.
Is that what the ending is? Just like his first kill or something?
Yeah, it is. I think.
So do you think this one?
I think this one's going to be more about him actually killing and being a killer.
Well, then I feel like that's complimentary, and I understand it.
And I think Evan Peters is a lot older than. I mean, Evan Peters is a lot older than Ross Lynch, so I think he's going to be playing an older. I think he is. I mean, I think he's going to be playing an older Jeffrey Dahmer, possibly more experienced killing. But yeah, I think Ross Lynch did good for the character he played, but I think Evan Peters is going to have a harder performance.
I really hope that our Cold Case Murder podcast has fun with this and talks about it.
Hey, what's the name of that Cold Case Murder podcast? Oh, do you not? I'm just trying to do a self-promo. Like, I'm trying to promo them.
Yeah,
it's called The Armchair Detectives, I think. The Armchair Detectives. Give them a listen. I listened to a podcast, one of theirs. I'm not much of a cold case murder guy, but
I am.
I listen to it.
I'm involved in a lot of cold cases.
You're involved?
Yeah.
Can we legally talk about how you're involved?
No.
Okay.
Right. It's attorney-client.
Moving forward.
Yeah.
Sebastian Stan.
Yeah.
Sebastian Stan.
Krista,
what about
bring us to this one?
All right.
So
Sebastian Stan is known for playing the Winter Soldier in the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
That's true.
And a lot of people, because of his role in the Marvel Universe, they said, wow, this guy, he looks just like Mark Hamill.
Mm-hmm.
Well, what Mark Hamill looked like during the Star Wars era.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And so they're like, what if, I don't know, we had this guy play 30-year-old Luke Skywalker.
Like young Luke Skywalker.
Yeah.
Back in the good old days when he was cool and not throwing lightsabers off.
Just like in a galaxy far, far away. That time period.
Okay. Not in the present galaxy that we are currently in that is very, very close.
No.
Okay.
So, yeah, everyone's always been hyping him up for that. And, even Mark Hamill himself was like, that's my son.
Yeah, literally. They look the same. They look the exact same.
It's kind of, eerie.
It is
but
a little
still
eerie.
cool.
It's like
DNA
Sebastian
test.
Stan's like a clone.
I mean...
What kind of clone?
The kind where they...
No, it was a Star Wars pun, but...
Yeah, the kind of on Geonosis.
Yeah.
The type that go to war.
Mm-hmm.
The type that say, very well, sir. And then they shoot Obi-Wan off of the lizard thing while he's on the wall.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that type.
Because Sidious just went, execute Order 66. He said.
Anyways, so everyone... just like recently, he said, no, I'm not doing that.
Man.
Why, man?
Man.
Exactly.
What the heck? But people do tend to say that when they actually are doing it. So, don't throw them out. Don't throw them out just yet. But yeah.
I also want to ask.
Why would you not want to do that?
That's true. I mean, just
maybe he's busy being a Winter Soldier.
Oh no.
I also want to ask though, what's next for Star Wars that could implement a younger Luke?
Well, the whole Mandalorian.
The Lando series, Mandalorian. Yeah, because Grogu is going to be training with Luke. Maybe they could bring him back as a recurring character.
Maybe.
Lando series, Luke could be in. I don't know how. That wouldn't make much sense because it's a prequel series, but he could be in it. He could be in it somehow.
Yeah.
Isn't there an Ahsoka series?
Yeah.
Luke could be in that.
There is. I think there is. Yeah.
Luke could be in that. I don't know.
I don't know.
It's it's another one of those fan casts that are never might happen. But it's like making me think of Keanu Reeves being cast, or the theory that he was going to be cast as Moon Knight.
Yeah.
Which did go to a Star Wars actor.
Yeah.
It did go to a Star Wars actor.
Who is it?
Oscar Isaac.
That's right. I always forget.
Yeah, but like that's full circle.
I wish Keanu Reeves would play someone in the MCU. I think he's so good at what he does.
I mean, they've been talking to him for like 8 years.
I know they want him to too. I don't know why he isn't. He can play any character. Literally any character.
Ghost Rider.
Maybe not like
No, imagine him as Baymax.
like I say, maybe not like Hero or like
I don't know, a 13-year-old kid.
Flash. That's DC.
Yeah.
Yeah, like a little boy. Maybe not a little boy. But any other character.
Yeah.
Do it. Just take it. It's free money.
Speaking of Keanu Reeves.
Yeah.
If Marvel
Krispy,
isn't going to take
more
him.
about this.
Yeah, if Marvel isn't going to take Keanu Reeves, Netflix will.
Yeah, they will. Yeah.
This is Ethan's move when he's hype about something. It's like, you remember that like finger flick thing people do? That's like Ethan's finger flick. Like
that looked like you were going.
Little raptor. Just
What's Keanu Reeves doing on Netflix?
Yeah.
So, okay, you said you knew something about this. Isn't there a Berserker or just Berserk?
There's an anime and manga called Berserk. It's very good. It's very long running, and they release the author releases like a chapter a year. And there's a theory it's because he's playing video games instead.
Nice.
Because he stopped writing as soon as this one specific video game came out, and now he releases like a game, or now he releases a chapter a year.
What game?
I can't disclose on the podcast.
Oh.
It's NSFW.
We've already coined the term NSFP. NSFP.
It's a lolly game. You can look that up if you want to.
Anyways.
But it's very good, and they released an anime for it, and it was very bad. They used a lot of CGI, not very good.
Wait, okay, so what is it? What's it about?
It's about this warrior. As far as that's all I know. There's a warrior, and his name is something. I could.
Anyways,
Guts. His name's Guts, and he is like very sad or something. He's a warrior.
As warriors are expected. Anyways, so modern time, present. They're releasing a Netflix film, a live action film. I believe it's live action. And it's called Berserker, and it's basically like a sequel to that anime or manga series. It's developing a live action film, and it's a follow-up anime series based on Keanu Reeves' Berserker. So, did Keanu Reeves have a hand in it? In the manga?
I don't think so.
That would be pretty cool, though, wouldn't it? That would be really cool.
Yeah, if Keanu was just like the illustrator or something. Oh, that'd be so cool. That'd be so sick.
That would be.
But it follows a brutally epic saga about an immortal warrior, 80,000 year fight through the ages.
I'm wrong. I'm so wrong. I'm so wrong. You're gonna have to cut this all out.
What?
Do you want to restart it?
Absolutely incorrect. We may have to.
What? What are you wrong about?
It is based on a comic co-written by Keanu Reeves.
Beautiful.
It's not a manga, it's a comic. So it's not the one I'm thinking of. I'm thinking of Berserk, which is a different thing.
I'm gonna keep it in.
It's Berserker.
Yeah, this is Berserker, and it's spelled BRZRKR.
I said that earlier.
Well, I added an E. Okay. It's okay, I think.
They're gonna see the list.
Keanu Reeves.
Yeah. They did in the Twitch
created and co-written by actor Keanu Reeves arrives in stores on Wednesday.
And guess who's playing him? Guess who's playing the warrior?
Keanu Reeves.
Keanu Reeves!
It's kind of funny because if you look at the comic, it looks just like him.
That makes sense.
That's
if he co-wrote it.
So it's like he co-wrote it and he based it on himself.
He's just great inspiration. I mean, Cyberpunk, they noticed it. Matrix, they noticed it. Berserker now, they know.
Like yeah, so I'm so sorry. I'm incorrect. Yeah. I'm an idiot. I'm a fool.
It takes a big man to admit.
Everybody makes mistakes. Everybody has those days.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of which, Hannah Montana 15-year anniversary was recently.
I saw something really funny but also sad on Twitter. It was Miley Cyrus who was like she tweeted something about Hannah Montana.
She released a letter.
To Hannah Montana. Yeah, the letter. And then Hannah Montana replied. But we all know it's just Miley talking to herself. I thought it was just funny. I thought it was really funny.
She was like, "Hey, haven't heard from you in like 15 years. Thanks."
Yeah,
but yeah, I'm really excited for that.
Yeah, somebody should definitely check up on Miley though, because it was rough.
She has to log in and log out of these Twitter accounts.
And it's not like her backup profile where she can just switch it at the top. Like she had to physically, or she probably had some team do both tweets. But that's just, yeah. All right. So now we're gonna transition to something which does have a trigger warning on it. We'll try our best to not have to trigger someone, or anything of that sort. I phrase that weird, but
yeah.
We're gonna talk about to not have to. We may have to for context. It has to be done. So the next topic we're going into does have a trigger warning. The most broad is probably sexual assault. It's the David Dobrik situation. If you're sensitive to that, there will be either timestamps in the description of this audio or video version.
1 second, my mom's calling me.
Okay, for sure. Go ahead. Or where else could they find it? If you're watching the video version, I'll flash it on screen. If you're listening to the audio version, check the bio below where I should have timestamps for you to see where to skip to. So, Krista, you know the most about this.
Yeah.
Just tell us where it started and where it is now.
So it started in 2018, where just like David Dobrik for content was trying to induce a sexual situation that none of the 4 girls who were at his childhood friend, Dom, they were at his apartment and none of them wanted to engage in this situation. And so to coerce them into that situation, he had his 2 friends, Jeff and Todd, buy alcohol. And there was a girl there who was underage. I don't know if it was underage like 18 or underage to the alcohol, like 21. But they got inebriated and 2 of them agreed to the situation. And one of those was the underage girl. And she passed out in the middle of the situation. And that didn't stop Dom, but her friend was there and tried to get him off of her. And after everything happened, her roommate came in and had to clothe her and support her home. And she didn't remember a single thing from the night. And David Dobrik still posted the video. And even in 2018, the same year, a few girls came forward about their stories with Dom, and he made fun of them. He joked about their situations and just gave a platform to Dom. And the girl who was in that situation, who was underage, she texted Dom and requested that the video be taken down because she didn't like that representation of her, and she didn't even know that situation because she was too far gone. Flash forward to now, a lot has come forward, the Seth situation that we talked about a few weeks ago. And so these girls felt empowered to talk about their situation, as did a few other girls. Okay, we're back. We had a momentary cut. So a few girls came forward, and one of those was Trisha Paytas. She was involved in any of that. She left before that situation got too bad. She was uncomfortable. And she's just been known for talking about David Dobrik and not exposing him, but giving her truth about what kind of person he is. And so she was very vocal on this situation and trying to get all the information out. She talked to Jeff on her podcast called Best Enemies or something? Frenemies with Ethan Klein. And they interviewed him about the situation, and he claimed to have left before that, and he said that he didn't buy them alcohol, even though one of the girls provided a photo afterwards, and he was very clearly there. So he's in trouble. So is Dom. So is David and Todd. Because
Who's Todd?
Todd, he was the other one who bought alcohol. And so because of all this coming forward, David Dobrik posted an apology video. But with analysis, people saw that the video was nearly the same as an apology he posted a few years ago. And he said that situation was a joke that missed the mark. And that upset a lot of people because that's not a joke. It is someone's life. And it is a situation that isn't a joke. It is a thing that has consequences. So he posted another apology for his apology and for the entire situation. That one, I can't say was more genuine because I don't know why he did the second, or we know why he did the second one, to cover up his mistake. So he said he would be taking a break from social media, even though he loves social media.
I think he should quit. I think you should quit permanently.
I think that this situation should be treated like the Shane Dawson situation. I think it's equal severity.
I think it's very possible it won't, because David Dobrik's hot.
Yeah,
That's
he's
true.
very loyal friend,
I mean,
or loyal fans.
Yeah, and I know people are gonna say, well, yeah, he did that, but I mean, he gives away cars. You know, he's a charitable person.
Yeah,
I think that's gonna be a new argument for him, if it's not already forming.
Yeah. Through all this, he's kept his 14 million followers.
That's the worst part. Well, it's not the worst part, but
yeah, because
it's salt in the wound. You know?
With every like big creator that gets canceled, like I don't know if you remember this, but the whole James Charles situation with like Tati a couple of years ago, he literally was the most unsubscribed to person in the world, and then he went and proved his innocence. There is like almost irrefutable evidence for David, and he's like, it's not affecting him at all. With his platform, he still has the exact same audience that he had, which is ridiculous.
He has lost a lot of sponsors and brand deals. That's
Thank
pretty
goodness.
much. Thank goodness.
And
yeah, that's
know,
the biggest repercussion.
I don't know the personal relation right now as of currently, but his assistant and childhood friend Natalie posted on Instagram her view of the situation, and she basically said that she stands with the survivors. What that says about their relationship, I don't know, but I think right now he's kind of isolated. I don't think a lot of people want to be associated with him. I don't know if there's going to be anyone sticking up for him at this point.
Right. And also a little bit on a broader context, this makes me kind of scared of the more positive YouTubers that are charitable, like Mr. Beast.
I was thinking that actually.
There's no telling what goes on behind the scenes. And so for now, watching interviews of people like Mr. Beast, they seem very genuine. David Dobrik seemed very genuine, but then news like this comes out. So it really it makes the fan or the audience skeptical, almost like they have trust issues now of these people. You know, it's unfortunate. Some people may be doing it out of the goodness of their heart, but then that goodness of their heart could rot. You know,
I think that.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I understand that. The way that David Dobrik phased it in his second apology video was that he lost sight and didn't realize the power dynamic he had created.
I'm going to say something. Here, finish what you're saying, Chris.
I was just going to say that I think that might be the same. Like, I don't know if anyone's doing that right now, but I think that is a common thing among YouTubers.
I'm going to say something very cynical, or that it sounds very cynical, and it's that a lot of YouTubers are this way because if you think about the platform, if you think about the medium that YouTube is, we're giving these completely regular people huge platforms. So like, you know, celebrities, these things come out about celebrities, but a lot of them are genuinely good people because they have to work so hard to get here. And a lot of YouTubers typically have like one viral hit and then they're in. And
I don't want to offend anyone.
Continue to, you know, go just along that way. And so they're just the completely normal people that have this insane power dynamic, and a lot of people change once they get there.
Right. I think a perfect example of what you were saying, and again, I don't want to offend anyone because I know there's some hardcore stans out there, but like, where did Dream come from? You know?
Exactly.
Like that was like an overnight kind of success story. And of course, I mean, I knew he was probably working very hard before he had that surge in success.
I mean, yeah, I've watched his videos for a long time.
Right. But usually...
But we don't know anything about him.
Right. And success isn't supposed to come in surges. I personally feel. I feel like it's supposed to be built up over time until you reach peaks. That's when you're like, okay, I'm successful at what I'm doing. And then you reach higher. But these people have already reached the peak of their mountain. So now what, you know? And it pushes them to do extreme crazy stuff. And then there's a power dynamic in their head, which is what happened with David Dobrik. Yeah, what were you going to say, Ethan?
I was going to say that's why the only YouTuber I like is Tommy Innit. Because he's 16 and he has clearly worked very, very hard to get where he's gotten. Like, he goes on podcasts and stuff and talks about how as soon as quarantine started, he decided he was just going to start working to try to become more popular and like meet the right people and go with the right things. And he's 16, so what could he have possibly done?
Yeah.
Saying that something's going to come out. And,
don't jinx it.
But
hopefully not. I mean,
seems like a good dude. So
yeah.
And that's the worst thing. They all seem like good
dudes. They all seem like good dudes.
That's why I don't
know. I've never really liked David. I mean, I know a lot of people say that after someone gets canceled, but I mean, I was never a fan of his. I never really trusted him.
I was a fan. So,
yeah. Yikes. But this is now making me more skeptical of heavily supporting, like, again, like I said, Mr. Beast. He's
one that I've always been a little skeptical of as well.
Because there's no way, personally, that's a lot of money to give away. That's like the amount that he gives away is insane. But in interviews, he sounds oddly very genuine, like more genuine than.
I think he's a nice guy, but also I've always been just a little skeptical of him as a person.
I think there's two reasons why someone would want to be that charitable. The way they were raised, and they're just that person, that ray of sunshine in people's life. Or they're trying to get some sort of guilt out.
Well, he makes so much money from those videos. I think he makes typically probably more than he is giving away. So I mean, it's a good business strategy. You make a lot of money, use some of that money to give stuff away to make more money. Because those videos get so many views and they make so much money, and they've gotten them the platform that he has. But I think personally he is a genuinely nice person and does want to make people's days better.
And I would like to think that, but then, you know, there's always a David Dobrik situation in the back of my mind, you know?
Yeah.
So yeah, is that
one of the curses of social media?
I think that is that.
Well, go on with the curse, and then we'll move on.
There's so many positives that can come from social media, like finding a good person, like Mr. Beast right now, Tommy in it for you, Ethan. But there's also the higher the peaks, the lower the downfall.
Yeah.
And I think it, like, a lot of people say that social media is bad. It creates like false images of what life or just like you should be. So I think it's one of those cons that you can become very attached to one person you've never met, and you can go as far as idolizing them, which I don't think. I think idolization is like sometimes okay, but not to the standard that I think it's gotten to because of social media.
Yeah.
All right, moving swiftly on
to good people.
To good people, the Irwins.
Woo!
Yeah.
Announces birth of her first child.
Yeah.
Grace. I love this name. Grace Warrior Irwin Powell. I freaking love that name.
Warrior.
I know.
I gotta do the stank face for that one.
Yeah, I know. It's. I love that name. I think it's very fitting.
It's a cool name, dude.
Child. Yeah.
Yeah.
I like it. I like it a lot. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Wow.
Congrats.
She's like doing like, okay, does their family own a zoo or?
I think
they own a sanctuary.
Yeah.
I don't know about a zoo.
That sounds better. Yeah. We don't like zoos.
Yeah.
Zoos are bad.
Safaris and sanctuaries are the only way to go.
Yeah. Speaking of of sanctuaries.
Sanctuaries. I like that.
GTA Sanctuary.
No.
A GTA
it's not
fan
working.
apparently made a mod that shortens the GTA loading screen time.
How?
Yeah.
I don't know.
What's
It was
the
some code.
mechanics behind that?
Yeah, but like Rockstar saw it and they were like, wait a minute, that's a really good idea. And then they implemented it into the game.
So I'll have to
Really?
go back and retime it, and then we'll.
And then 2 days after I heard that, my the GTA on my brother's Xbox was updating. So I was like, okay.
Okay.
Yeah, okay. I will say it felt shorter the first time I loaded by like 30 seconds maybe, which is a big dip. But it's still kind of long. But it's a big game, so I kind of understand the long loading time. But I think it's very cool that it's possible to shorten it.
This isn't really news. This is just a personal thing I found out. But I'm playing Cyberpunk 2077, and I'm having a fun time.
Okay.
And we brought up earlier, Keanu Reeves is in it.
He sure is.
That's funny.
He plays a character named Johnny.
Johnny Silverhand.
Yeah. So he's unfortunately not a romantic option. I know. It hurts.
Oh, whatever.
But with the mod, he can be.
Oh my goodness.
Sheesh.
Oh my goodness.
So I've been trying to find that mod for a while.
Speaking of video games, speaking of mods, Xbox rebrands Xbox Live to Xbox Network.
Wait, but isn't
familiar?
PlayStation called PlayStation Network?
Called PlayStation Network. Suspicious. But
That's weird.
That's suspicious. What is it? That's weird. That's
Yeah.
But John added this before he had to unfortunately leave because something came up. It says it allows you to play online, free to play games without a gold membership.
I didn't know you needed one because on PlayStation you don't. On PlayStation you don't
because
need
PlayStation is cool.
They're the cool mom.
Yeah, but basically, John gave this example. You can now play Fortnite with a group of friends without live. So you no longer need live to join an actual game and talk with friends. That's cool. I do like that.
Yeah.
That's a step in the right direction. But
Who plays Fortnite anymore?
Yeah, that
Me.
too. Who plays Fortnite?
I played it recently.
Okay. That's just an example. It's not the only game, but it's an example.
Okay, yeah. Okay.
So there's that. And then with the last couple of seconds left, I know I'm taking all the transitions. Sorry about that, guys. But with the last couple of seconds left, Krispy Kreme is giving one free donut to all. And I don't know if this is like a one-time thing or like a couple times thing, but
I'm just gonna hit up every single Krispy Kreme.
So they're giving one free donut to all the people that you get this little card apparently when you get vaccinated. I'm not vaccinated yet. I'm sad about that.
Imagine.
But imagine.
Wait, are
but
you?
anyways, yeah, he's vaccinated. He posted on his story. Yeah.
Wow.
Boom. Anyways,
it's my free donut, baby.
Yeah. So you show him a card, boom, you get a free donut. I think, and
Does
it's
it
for the
have to be
rest of the
both?
year. It's for the rest of the year.
Does it have to be both
You get the
doses?
card after your first dose.
Oh, okay. So just one dose?
After your first dose, you kind of have to get the second one, so it doesn't really.
You don't have.
If you don't get the second one, it's
to.
kind of stupid. But
Yeah.
but yeah, so there's that. That's been the episode. Dang.
Wow.
Yeah.
I mean, do you want like a topic for a rainy day?
We have 5 minutes, so
Probably not. Probably not a topic for any day.
Yeah.
I would say.
So welcome to the outro. This has been
5-minute outro.
Season 3. You say that, but literally they go on for like 5 minutes.
That
when
is
I'm editing,
true.
they're long.
They do go on for quite the
yeah.
long time.
Quite the long time. But anyways, this has been What's Poppin' Season 3, Episode 11. If you're enjoying the podcast, please give us a positive rating and review. It doesn't have to be positive. It can be negative. It's your opinion. But we like positive things in this world. So a positive opinion, positive review would be nice. It'll push us. If you like what we're doing and you want to share what we're doing, give us a rating and a review. That'll push us onto all the algorithms, you know? If you're watching us on YouTube, consider hitting the subscribe button and consider leaving a like. And
I have a question of the day if you want it. I've got a question.
Oh, yeah. I completely forgot about question of the day.
Question of the day. So leave us a voice message.
Mhm.
If you could have any superpower, what power would you have? And we'll all answer each of us. I'll give you a second to think about it. While I run through the number of people who need to answer this question.
Right.
Dad, Mom, Grammy, Mr. Yonda, Krista,
Corey
still hasn't answered. Reese and Riley. Those are my brothers. Whoever else is listening to the podcast, we don't know who you are.
Yeah.
Leave us a voice message and tell us what superpower you'd have. I have mine ready, so I'll go ahead and tell you.
You go.
Super speed.
Super speed.
Okay.
Super speed is the best
Quicksilver?
power. Hear me out. You're fast. Hear me out. You're fast.
Yeah.
You got a fast metabolism, so you'd be super skinny.
Ooh.
You're fast.
Okay.
I was thinking about this. You can essentially stop time. You can move so fast that everyone's going in slow motion, and they just can't see you. So you
That
you
depends
pretty
on
much
your-
have invisibility.
Mach.
Pretty much. Mach.
Let's just say you're a speedster, so you're the fastest person alive.
Okay.
Ever. Like,
Wow.
let's just say you have the powers of the Flash. Like, you're as fast as the Flash.
All right.
If you go so fast, you live in darkness.
By Flash laws, you can travel back in time.
Right.
Which has consequences. But you can also, I was thinking about this, you could super swim. So you could be really, really fast. You could go really fast underwater.
Free
and you
vacations.
Could get across the world.
Boom.
Really,
2
really
seconds.
fast.
Yeah.
So what about y'all?
For me, invisibility, because I do a lot of stupid things, and I would like to just
be super speed, and then you can go invisible. That's why
That's
super speed's
true,
the best.
but
one.
I would also like to be in the
power.
same spot, and well, I guess you can do that phase thing in the Flash, but
Okay, but
I mean,
would your clothes stay there?
yes, hopefully. If they don't, but
No,
you know.
so you're just floating clothes.
Oh, so you're just floating clothes?
Oh,
Then what's
well,
the point?
no.
You have to
My
strip naked?
clothes, I would have a like in
Like
Full Metal
Violet?
Alchemist Brotherhood, I would have a binding thing on them, and then
Oh, I
they
thought you
would
were
be
gonna say
invisible
like
with me.
Violet. Violet from The Incredibles.
Oh, well, that too.
Yeah,
But
her
anyways,
suit's
Krista,
like
what's
made out
yours?
of her hair or something.
Time manipulation.
That's a good one.
Super speed!
I
That's a
know.
good one.
When you started talking about that, I was like,
That's the best
So you
one!
move independent from time, right?
yeah, I
That's
can
how it
just,
works.
Like
Okay.
free
or
free of
future
charge?
Future vision.
Future vision's scary though.
Yeah.
But
Because
I
what?
just
You
want
have the
the
ability to
correct
change
answers.
it, or
I just
feel
want
like
to know what
short
the test
term.
answers are.
do you have the ability to change it, or
Exactly.
well, then why don't you just have telepathy?
But also, I feel like I would just make a lot of money
Well, see,
if I was
there's-
like I don't know, if I was like 6
predict
years
in the
old
future.
and I was like the stock market, it's gonna crash.
Do you have the ability to change it, or are you seeing stuff that's going to happen? No matter what. Because like, what if you see like a huge natural disaster that you just can't do anything about?
I don't think I can change it. I mean,
the
I can
world may never
definitely.
know.
I'll just advise people on how to do stuff, but I can't change it. I just have future vision, man.
All right, so in order to answer this question of the day, or question of the week, really, click the anchor link below, where if you click that, you should be met with 2 buttons on a website. One says more platforms, and then one says leave a message. Click leave a message, and
leave us a message.
answer the question. Let me see.
Answer it.
What did I forget to plug? Anything? TikTok.
I don't
We have a
think so.
TikTok.
Oh,
What's popping TikTok? Everything is in the description below. I
We
have
actually
time
post
codes.
videos on it now.
We actually do, yeah.
Do we?
Time codes.
I'm
Well, I
gonna
do.
check it out.
Time codes is down there. A bunch of helpful links are down there. And the description for this episode is down there. So, yeah, boom. Thank you guys for listening. What's Poppin'? Season 3,
Poppin'?
episode 11. Next episode, Twitch. We're going to be live on Twitch next episode. You can follow us on the Twitch link below. And 2 weeks from now, we have a special guest. So let's find out who that is. All right. Thank you guys. See y'all later. Bye-bye.